Good morning, comrades! Long time no see indeed, but if you watched one of the recent videos like 2 weeks ago, I announced that I was gonna have a dental surgery. Maybe by now you can still see that one side of my face is a bit thicker because I have stitches in it, and thereby making videos was a bit uncomfortable. But now it's all better, so there's going to be a series of videos filmed like that. We're just gonna sit in front of the camera and talk about multiple subjects and start with the most important, what you all want to know. Is it about the Supra? No, there's going to be a separate video about it, but more about a general update of things. What has happened, what is going to happen for this year. There's a lot of things, so let's get started. First of all, of course, you all know by now, and I want to say massive thank you. After 2 years, we have breached the magic number of 100,000. I want to say, yeah, I don't know what I want to say. I want to say so much, and that it needs to have an independent video, and probably and hopefully I will make one where I'm gonna talk about looking back at how we started and how we got here. But amazing thanks, and stay tuned till the end of this video, because at the end you're gonna see a fragment how it exactly happened when we breached 100,000. It's very funny. Moving on, let's talk about some things. Most importantly, about Apex. Let's start, probably it's the most important one, the title of this video, that we're getting the new Cayman. Well, yeah, okay, let's start with that. We have plenty of Porsches. Well, I have like the GT3 RS, the Cup car, also a couple of collection here, but we never had a Porsche in our fleet, which is actually pretty big. Let's say it's a big business opportunity, because a lot of people come to the Nürburgring, and when you think of the Nürburgring, you're like, Porsche, I want to drive a Porsche on the Nürburgring. But we never had it because the investment was quite big, and now we are getting a 718 Cayman GTS. At this point, this is all we can say. I can tell you the price of it, which is going to be starting from 600 euros for 2 laps, including instruction, fuel, lap ticket, etc. If you book now before February, you get additional 15% discount, and if you book more laps, the discount is even going to increase. More on the Cayman, probably you all gonna ask, are you going to keep it stock or are you going to modify it? Well, the long story short, every single car that comes to Apex, and hopefully to any rental car company on the Nürburgring, gets basic upgrades, safety upgrades. This means brakes and tires. That's, the most important. You really need to have good grip, and you need to stop in time. So this is the basics, what's going to happen. Is it going to be something more? Is it going to get the Manthey-Racing treatment? Is it going to have, it's definitely going to have some special alignment, but is it going to have different seats? Probably not. Is it going to have different suspension? We will see. Is it going to have a bigger wing? Maybe. But we think 718 GTS is a good base. Of course, I know there's going to be lots of people commenting, oh, why not the older generation Cayman? Because new generation sounds not as good as the previous one. Well, because the new thing is better to have a new thing. Why not the GT4? The current, or can we already say the previous generation Cayman, has a manual gearbox. And although it has auto rev match and whatnot and auto blip, but it's still kind of tricky. So we want to have like the step as low as possible, so people can just get in and drive. Why not a 911? Again, different type of price category. If the 718 Cayman is going to be a success, sure, at some point we probably most certainly going to buy a 911 something, hopefully 992 GT3 RS by the time it gets released. Let's move on to a couple of other things. Again, if you want to book this car, just shoot us an email and we will get you a special price, and there's also a lot more. So starting with rental cars in general, is there any addition of other additions to the fleet? Not that I know of, but if you are like one of the older audiences, you know, every time I leave the company for like a trip somewhere, I come back and Robert suddenly bought a car. Here's a new Golf GTI, and because I could get 2 for the price of 1, I also got a Polo GTI. Great. Those things happen, so they might happen as well. We might sell a car in return for other things, but at this point we don't have any specific plans. We had a plan to build a Shermer low entry level rental car, but at this point we're too busy with a lot of other things, so this plan is somewhere on the table, but actually on the table in the freezer. Moving on to the next part of Apex businesses, any updates. Hotel. Yes, we also have an hotel if you don't know it, and actually yesterday this came in the mailbox. We have an average of 9.5 on booking.com, which is, I think, pretty cool. So everyone who has stayed with us and gave us a positive review, thank you very much for giving us a massive thumbs up. And for everyone else who has never stayed with us before, now you know it, we have a hotel and more than welcome to book with us. Now, another big part of our business activities and this channel in general is, of course, you know it, as of last year we became official licensed partner of the Nürburgring to do taxi rides. Last year we had a BMW M3 tuned by, or should I say tuned or built by Team Schirmer and McLaren 720S. This year 720S is being replaced by 600LT, a car that we still need to pick up. The car is going to be the same price as the 720S, 299 euros, an optional 30 euros onboard video, and again you get 15% discount if you book now. But the car which I'm actually, to be honest, more excited about, because by now we all know how 600LT is in comparison with other supercars in that range. Journalists say it is the best car, it's the most exciting one, so I am still excited to find out how it is on the track. But the second car that we're going to have is a 4-seater, or actually, well, for you guys, a 3-passenger seater, still BMW M3. However, there's going to be something special done to it. You all know by now, this plan wasn't speculation for last year. When we got the car, we wanted to make something crazy and spectacular, which was going to be a 4-seater with 4 bucket seats and a roll cage and harnesses and intercom systems. But by the time we got the taxi license last year, which was on the 1st of February, and then we picked up the car, it was kind of like a short term to make something. This is something that has, I can pretty much say, never done before. Maybe someone did it in their backyard, or maybe there was like something similar, but not on such a scale, not on such a media scale. And I'm very, very excited to see how this project turns out. And the price is going to be the same, although we are spending additional tens of thousands euros. The important thing, if you are thinking like, I don't know the dates because they haven't been announced, but I'm definitely coming at some point, or there's going to be a Valentine soon in a couple of weeks and you want to give your loved one a gift, you can buy a voucher. Basically, you can pay, in this case, 85 euros and you get 100 euro worth of services from Apex, and you can like even come somewhere late in September. Moving on, at this point is becoming an Apex video, but I don't think it's a bad thing because a lot of people have asked for updates, and again, there are a lot of things happening, and later on I'm gonna still talk about things that, well, happening in my life. There are not many, but still something interesting. Okay, some things remain unchanged, but in case you don't know that we offer them, we do offer them. We do instructions, the prices remain the same, starting from 49 euros for 1 lap and 149 for 1 hour. We do media packages, 199 euros, you get a set of pictures of your car, rolling shots. Actually, recently a picture has been reposted by Porsche themselves of Tom Stamp, and I think when a Porsche, or any car manufacturer for that matter, reposts a picture of yours, then it says something about the quality of your work. Bruno, by the way, actually other member of our media team, has started a channel, YouTube channel in Portuguese. So if you're in Portugal or from Brazil, I know I have a big following from Brazil, make sure to check him out, link in the description below, all the Nürburgring content in Portuguese. I think it's pretty awesome. Then we also still do, or actually started doing, road tours. If you don't want to drive on a track, but you want to, or if you want to drive on the track, but you arrive in the morning, but the track is only open in the evening, and you want to spend your time somehow, I think this is a very good opportunity. We had lots of customers this winter who, some of them in the beginning they were skeptical because, yeah, you just like drive on public road, it's not as exciting on the racetrack, but at the end they were so amazed because the roads around it are so great. Anyone who has been to the Nürburgring, hopefully you can confirm in the comments that just the roads around it, it's amazing. And on top of that, me or someone else will be spending with you 3 or 4 hours of their time and just gonna give you full knowledge of the Nürburgring, and after that you will become a mini expert yourself about the area. We'll get you to some amazing spots that only locals know about, and a lot of things that I learned from, yeah, this book, 90 years of history of Nürburgring, and a lot of other trivia. I think it's pretty cool. Send us an email and we can set you up. Is there anything else? Yeah, VLN tours, we are still doing those. So if you want to visit VLN race combined with a tour and the VIP package, shoot us an email and you're gonna have an amazing experience of your life. Finally, track days. We're still doing track days, and I just want to announce that one of our pinnacle events of the year is always Sky Limit event, Track Day, where you can enter a track track day by paying even less than you would pay by driving public session. You can drive starting from 220 euros for 2 laps in the BMW 218, and then you can also pick the Polo and the Cupra. Everyone so far has been very, very crazy about it.
I'm speechless. I don't know what I'm supposed to say right now.
In fact, 218 the last 2 times has been sold out within like 48 hours. So this is something, if you want to consider that, make sure to do it. It's gonna be experience of a lifetime. All right, final thing about Apex. There has been some changes internally. Some people left, some people joined. Those people, you will be introduced to them shortly. Most importantly, we got a new mechanic that we will introduce to you in a separate video. We're very excited for that. I've been knowing him for many years. He's actually rented a car from me before when I was working at some other company. No, not at Porsche, but older audience know what I'm talking about. So I'm very excited for him, who he's made his dream come true by coming over to the Nürburgring and really having a desire to work here, and now very happy to be part of it. Speaking of working at the Nürburgring, there's also going to be a separate video regarding working at the Nürburgring. So if you have some special questions, not like, is there a job available at the Nürburgring? Yeah, plenty. But do you want to know some specifics, how you move to Germany or etc.? Ask them in the comments and I will cover them in that specific video. Now that's it regarding Apex. Let's talk more about me and what has happened. I think the most important thing is, apart breaching the 100,000 subscriber mark, is that me and my editor have split ways, and at this point, so all the videos are being done by myself again, and they were being done in the previously as well. I think the last like 30 videos were done by me. How is this going to influence channel? I don't think it's going to influence at all. Am I looking for a new editor? No, not at this point, but who knows what's going to happen. If it's going to happen, I still have lots of application forms from you guys when I was asking for an editor, so I'm going to reach out, or who knows what's going to happen. Next thing, a lot of people have asked for it. I'm going to bring out some form of merchandise, mostly t-shirts. Actually, below this video, if your country is suitable for it, you can find a link to Teespring and you can order already a Comrades t-shirt. I will also add Boosted Boris t-shirts to that, and there are a lot of more designs upcoming, so stay tuned for that. Now, another big question that I get asked frequently is, what's up with all this? I mean, I have like a racing equipment, I have my racing license, but are we going to race? Well, we wanted to, but then things got very hectic at the company and it didn't happen. And at this point, it's still floating somewhere there, and I definitely want to, and I hope to drive at least like 3 RCN races this year to get my Nordschleife permit and maybe even VLN race. But there are no plans, but if some of you guys who are watching is some Nürburgring local from a racing team and want to shoot a good offer, feel free, and who knows, we become friends and partners and drivers. Moving on to a couple of final points, my partnership with Audi. I am very happy and I would say proud to announce that it's been extended for the full year. We had like a starting tryout contract for like 8 episodes. I'm going in 2 days to shoot like a 7th, but we already got the approval to 20 more, which means till the end of this year. Is this going to affect this channel? Well, I still will be invited to test drives, and this is something I very much enjoy doing. Regarding What's Up Audi show, check out the channel, check out the playlist I made, and I think it's a pretty cool show. The beginning was, as with any project, it was a bit of like, what are we talking about? What are we doing? But now there is an amazing flow, very nice subjects, and yeah, the editing is great. I'm very excited for the things that are going to come. All right, I guess that's pretty much it. What do you guys want to know? I know I made like a video somewhere end of the year when I made the rant, like, I was making this, but you didn't like it. What do you want? And I know the majority of you are just here for me talking about the Nürburgring, walking and talking with my phone, and this will still continue on, but maybe there is something specific. At this point, I want to ask you, do you enjoy this type of videos, like Q&A-ish, when I just sit in my living room, or actually it's more or less my office, and talk in front of the camera about a particular type of subject? Let me know. As always, thanks for watching, subscribe, like, share, and as promised, here's how it happened when we breached the 100, or actually reached the 100K mark. Thanks for watching, bye bye.
One more, man.
Oh, this is better than
Come on.
easy.
Come on.
Go.
One more. Let's do it. I've got a guy on Instagram right now. I was like, no. One more left. One more left. Follow.
Oh, come on, so close.
Oh my god, this is my hardest video.
Come on, come on, come on.
Somebody has to. This is.
You know this can't take up all
Everybody
this.
recording my phone.
So
like
close.
on.
What happened, Misha?
Robert!
Okay, I'll follow you back.
$100K. Congrats.
Woo!
Cheers, Misha. Cheers. $100K.
Woo!